What is up? Welcome to another episode of Hanging Out with Nolan Hong. And of course, we are broadcasting out of the Pop Creative Media Studios here in Honolulu, Hawaii. And I'm being flanked by my super producer extraordinaire, Jamie, and my co-host, Dr. Emmett Bean. You can follow him on Instagram at Dr. Emmett Bean. And today's episode is going to be really fun. It goes back to my MMA days where I've made so many friends in the local Hawaii mixed martial arts scene. And Dave Chinaman Yeung, he's a former MMA champion here, and now he's a coach to current mixed martial arts champions. And we go back, 15 years, something like that, back 2005. So what is that, 12 years? And we're going to share some really great stories. I met him when I started training at HMC Hawaii, which is a local fight gym here. And we have such a great time always hanging out because Dave just has these fantastic stories, and he's such a great guy. One of the nicest guys I've ever met, not just in MMA, but in life. So I'm really excited to have him on here, and you guys are really going to enjoy this episode, my interview with Dave Chinaman Yeung. Well, most of them, so they are collectors, but they're collectors if they're in the box.
Oh.
But we like them. And we don't care, so we take them out of the box because we just want to enjoy
Okay, that's good to know because I got all my Kamen Riders.
Oh, yeah.
You got to see my Kamen Riders. It all started when I was a little kid, and I remember watching kung fu movies at Empress Theater with my dad. And then, at that time, only had Kikaida and all the, like Japanese style. And then they had one Chinese version of a Chinese superhero, and the same thing. They made him, made him superpowers, and his Chinese name was Zhonggok Chuyan. That means like Chinese Superman, or his Chinese superhero. And I remember, because we was poor, going into Empress Theater and they're selling the action figure.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and said, Dad, can I have one? And of course, we was poor. I said, no, I can't afford that. So I think as I got older, I got that, I got out of hand collecting all those stuff now.
Yeah.
All the action figures. Yeah, so that triggered some kind of mental stuff. So
I'm right there with you. Because we weren't poor, but my mom wouldn't buy me anything because she didn't want to spoil me.
Yeah.
And so once I got a job and was old enough, I bought so many Transformer toys as an adult and all the wrestling figures. And now I'm buying
My brother's into Transformers and Lego.
Yeah.
And then my favorite Kamen Rider was one that was very different from the rest. He was a piranha / chameleon, because I'm into chameleons, right? And that's Amazon Rider. He's the only one that's not a hopper, a grasshopper. So I was into that guy, and I bought that guy when I was in Japan. I remember bringing it home, and I just was protecting it, getting home nice and safe. And every time I went back for fights in Japan, I collected like crazy amounts. And then when people asked me what you like from Japan, Okobashi-san, all this, give me Kamen Rider stuff. So now I have like just crazy. I had to stop already.
Yeah.
I had to stop because I don't know what to do with it. Because I want to get rid of it. If I'm going to sell them, I'm going to sell them all one time.
It's like as a collection kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's in a couple boxes, and I don't have insurance on it. And lucky thing you told me that it's going to be worth something so long it's in the box.
Yeah.
I have it all in a box.
Yeah. They even care about the condition of the box. Like if the corner is bent, like that takes off.
Oh, wow.
So they go real.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
So what, you just keep them boxed up in your apartment?
Yeah, it's in the closet.
Oh, so you don't even get to look at them or nothing.
One time I displayed it. I put my mats out and everything in the background, and I displayed all my stuff, which, I actually added onto it, which I didn't get to actually do, but I might end up doing that today. Come to think of it.
Take a picture and then...
I'll show you more pictures and you're going to trip. Like it's like just like this, but a little bit more crazy because get bigger, get smaller.
Yeah.
And there's so many writers, like all the new generation, right, and the old generation. And it's pretty wicked, yeah. Because I grew up with the old generation, yeah. You saw the Kikaida reboot?
No. Well, here's the thing: I don't know much about Kikaida.
Oh, well, that's what we grew up with Kikaida. After we come home from school, KU TV, this everybody says 2 o'clock. Okay, we go watch Kikaida. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what it was, right? So the reboot came out. The trailer looked really good.
Yeah.
And then I ended up going to the theaters, and I ended up going by myself. I was like, nobody was there. I was the only one in there. I snuck in a beer, everything. It was like, was awesome. But the storyline changed from the original.
Oh.
So it didn't hit home like how I thought it was.
Yeah, yeah.
But for the new generation that doesn't know anything about Kikaira before,
yeah,
you watch it, it's going to be okay. Yeah.
But they did a good job making it as far as the movie goes.
Yeah, the movie goes. So the action and, you know, the storyline is, yeah. So pretty interesting how they kind of had that twist. Yeah, so that's the Kikaira coming right apart.
So we know. So the cool thing is that, you know, with doing this podcast, like it gives me an opportunity, an excuse to like catch up with my old friends and stuff, and we sit down and talk. But it also gives a chance for Jamie to meet a lot of my friends that she hasn't met before. So she and I met after my MMA days.
Right.
So she's only starting to meet now. Like TJ, we had.
Right. Yeah. I saw.
And for a little bit, she took some kickboxing with Chris West, but for the most part, she doesn't really know too many of my MMA family. So it was really cool to have you come in here, and I told you we could talk about some old school MMA stories and stuff like that. But the one thing that I always wanted to talk to you about is that I never got to talk to you about this. Is like when you were growing up, like you grew up in like Kalihi.
Yeah, Cookie Gardens.
Doing lots of like breakdancing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was around that era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you had the ghetto blasters. You know what I mean? And you know, everybody cardboarding. And after the movie, I guess Beat Street and Breaking came out. I remember watching it at the, what is the theater's name? Was it King Theater? Yeah, I think it was King Theater. It was $1.25. You could watch Breaking and Beat Street together. And we walked there later at night, going all the way to, you know, watching a movie, and it was fun. It was fun. That's the good old days. $1.25, 2 movies. And then, of course, we stayed after to watch them again, right?
Well, that's a long time.
That's a long time ago, yeah. So
were you born and raised here?
Born and raised here, 1970. I'm well of age.
So, were your parents from here too?
My parents, I was firstborn.
Oh.
As far as being a local boy, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So they came from Chungkok, from Hong Kong, China somewhere.
Oh, okay.
When we went to Hong Kong, we actually tried to look for their village, but it was just different. You know,
yeah.
It was remade and everything. Yeah, but it's interesting. Yeah.
So was English your first language, or was?
Yes and no. Yes and no. And at home, I heard Chinese, and you know, when we were growing up, you know, everybody teased you, chin chong, and stuff. That's what you don't want to speak, right?
Oh.
And then as I got older, it's a blessing in disguise, because you got to think about, how much language can you speak? What, Pidgin and English? That's it.
Yeah.
I speak 3. I can speak Pidgin and English and Chinese.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a blessing. So I wish I spoke a lot more, and I kind of fell way behind with that. So,
but
yes.
were there a lot of Chinese kids in your neighborhood? Or?
Oh yeah, there was like all immigrants.
Yeah.
The Koreans, Chinese, the Samoans, plenty Hawaiians back there, plenty chemos. You don't hear no chemos nowadays.
What is that?
Hawaiian chemo.
Oh, Kimo.
Kimo.
I thought you meant like
Kimbo.
Okay. I thought it was like some kind of like nickname for a race of some sort.
Right? Think about it. How many chemos you hear about now?
Yeah, it's always the older guys.
Older guys back in the day. I remember, Kimo, he's good at jungle gym, and you know this guy. Okay, you gotta watch out for him. He's fast, and all the chemo guys, right?
Yeah,
so now no more. Weird, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's thought about that. But yeah, our neighborhood was right across from Merites, and born and raised there. I was very lucky because the meeting grounds was right in the park, which is right in the middle of Cookie Gardens, and you have just the neighborhood around. You have across the street that was connected to Cookie Gardens, and across the other street was Merites. And so when I went to school, I was so lucky to be around all the Samoans, right, and all the Tongan Samoans, and you know, just that clique. And so when I went to high school, that was all my friends already. I was the small little Asian guy that cruised with all the big Samoan football players and everything. It's like, that was the best days of my life. nobody picked on me because I just hang on them. I had only 3 of us, 3 Asian kids that hung around them. They called us the Bushidos back in the days. Yeah, the Bushido Blades. The Bushido Blades, the local Japanese guys. Okay. That was us, yeah. And very blessed, yeah. Very blessed of my upbringing, Cookie Gardens.
Was there a lot of trouble in the neighborhood and stuff like that, or is it pretty?
Yeah, just normal growing up stuff where, you know, you have your school against school was a big thing back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We used to beef with the other schools, and I remember the Samoans used to beef with the Vietnamese guys, and they came well equipped with mass nunchakus, like weapons, and I swear to God, it was crazy. Yeah, back then it was crazy. It was crazy. You used to come fully equipped. Yeah, and they used to fight. They used to run over, like when they're running, they run on top of the cars. And,
oh my God!
And that's the good old days. Yeah,
It's like a movie.
Yeah,
it was crazy back then. And then, like, I remember them fighting Kaimuki High School. And was it Kaimuki or another school? But they called the SOS. So had adults coming in vans to fight.
What?
It was crazy, yeah, back then.
Oh my God!
You know, very few had guns back then, so it was just weapons and just, yeah, the good old days.
Was it? Did it ever get like super bad where like people got really hurt?
Nah, it's more just scaring. They just throw blows, and after they hit somebody, they run away. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The female fights was the worst.
Why?
The female Samoan fights is the worst.
Why?
I had to climb trees to watch it because it was crazy. It was crazy. Like, the fingernails come off, the hair would be pulling out, like, shirts, everything. Like, the Samoan girls, it was crazy. Yeah.
So it would be Samoan girls fighting with each other? Or
Yeah,
Samoan
with each
girls
other.
Oh.
Yeah. There's no match if they fight.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like,
right?
who would be crazy enough to
and
go
it's the
against
weirdest
them?
thing because they fight over on pencil or something. And it's like, you know what I mean, right? This is like when we were kid time, like, you know, meet you after school, kind of like, you know, right? Those are good old days.
I'm still tripping out over the masks and nunchucks and stuff.
Right up, polylongs, as we go, because it's Central Intermediate, and then you walk home straight away to Cookie Gardens, and then that's where everything happens. You know, Wong's Sundries, Wongies,
No.
where right now it's a Sushi Man, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
But that used to be a crack seed store.
Yeah.
And everything used to happen around that vicinity, and then it'll work way down. If you have a fight here, they might take a break, and they walk further down, and then they fight again, and then walk further down Mauna Kea, and then the next one. And
Wait, so when they take a break, do they just like kind of hang out and do like recess and then...
yeah, catch a wind, and they make it to the river. And after they make it to the river, sometimes it gets to Cookie Gardens, and to get to home for the Samoans, to go to Merites, they cut through Cookie Gardens.
Uh-huh.
So that's the path. Yeah. And it's different now, but then it was fun back then.
Oh, okay.
It was fun. Yeah. I'm so blessed to say that, you know, we grew up in this era of humankind where we didn't really suffer like our parents suffered. Right? We got to see computers before and after. Right? We didn't have nothing, no computers, nothing before. Cell phones. What we used to leave the house with. Nothing. 2 quarters.
Yeah.
1 quarter here, 1 quarter here. No wallet, no phone, no keys, no nothing. Don't need to worry about nothing. Keys, doors unlocked at home. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the good old days. Okay? Now, okay, right? You leave home. Oh, with my wallet, with my phone, with my keys. Automatic.
Yeah. So when did you get into like all the breakdancing and stuff? Was that high school?
No, just all my friends was doing it, and you know, I wasn't really that good at it. It was just tried it, and just you know, just being around it. And the music back then, that's true music, right? Like I said, we grew up at just the best time in life where we had Bob Marley, we had Bruce Lee, we had all that pioneers of everything, right?
Yeah.
So very lucky, because look at the music now. It's fake. It's not even. They can't make music like before. No way.
See, I feel like such an old man now because when I was younger, I'd hear the older people say that, oh, this is terrible. It's not real music.
Right.
Back when I was in your age, that was when music was music. But now I'm saying that kind of stuff to these kids.
See, what you gotta understand is like, why all these commercials on TV is copying all the old school songs.
Yep.
Right? Because it kind of mixed up the own already. Like, right?
Well,
that's
figure,
to me,
like,
I mean.
Centuries of music, you're going to run out of stuff to talk about, right?
True.
There's only so many love songs you can make.
Right.
So, you know, for most people that know you, they know you because you're this pioneer in local MMA, a successful champion fighter. But where did that come from? Like, were you always into mixed martial arts as a kid?
No, not at all. When I was super young, my mom sent me to the Kung Fu School Physical Culture Club. And we didn't do real contact. We just learned forms and stretching and everything. And line dancing, a lot of line dancing. And, you know, that was her way of just showing me the culture. And I really, really missed that. But that's what really got me into just the martial arts itself.
Did you enjoy that? Because for a lot of kids, like, when you have no choice,
nah, you
you
know
didn't
what?
like it, right?
I actually liked it, and
Oh, cool.
I was, like I said, I'm super blessed, super lucky. The Sifu, which is actually from my mother's village, and his last name was Fong. My mom's maiden name's Fong, and he really, 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 I was his pet. And you should see all the rest of the old-timer guys, they are jealous of me now. Because back in the days, he would only teach me, he made cut one staff short for me, just for me so I can learn.
Oh, wow.
So he always took me on the side and kind of like, and I was just very lucky in that case. So of course I always wanted to go. You know what I mean? And then you go line dance, you get free dinner. So, you know what I mean? And you just hang out with the older guys, you just shut up and just listen to what they're saying and stuff like that. It's like, well, interesting, you know what I mean?
Do you know why he kind of took a liking to you?
Well, I guess, I don't know, maybe he saw something in me, maybe, yeah. I don't know. But, yeah, I was very, very lucky. And everybody always brings that to my attention. All the old school guys say, oh, you remember Sifu used to make you pet, you the pet. Okay. I say, oh, okay. I didn't think about it too much back then. But now it's like, oh, wow, goodness. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? And then it led me to... when high school, kind of like, you know, you don't want to like get in line dancing and you got to dress up in the stuff, the Chinese uniform, and kind of everybody laugh at you. So I quit.
Yeah.
And so I got into like more just normal stuff, body surfing and stuff like that, and you know, doing the normal delinquent stuff. And then my friend Teru, you know Teru?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Kimball. It was actually Kimball and Teru. Them two, they say, oh, we're doing this martial art, and you can do this, you can do that, you can eye gouge, you can kick nuts, you can do this, you can do that. And it's like, oh man, my instructor is awesome. It's like, oh, for real, okay. And then all my friends at that time were doing it.
How old were you at this?
I think I was 19.
Okay, so
20.
right out of high school.
Yeah. And everybody used to wear all our red geese after they power train, and we all go drinking and stuff like that. And say, wow, I want to be, I want to do that too. I want to be a part of the crew. And then ended up after joining, I really enjoyed that the discipline part of, you know, and I always showed up, and he taught me the hard work part. I mean, hard or old school style. Like, I mean, cannot drink water, and you get growing cup, your cup would break, you get blue balls, and like hospitalized, like old school style, like full on. Like,
What?
Yeah, back in the days. You cannot sue the instructor, no such thing.
Yeah.
I mean, had a list of all the rules, uniform, you gotta turn around and fix your uniform and then present yourself to the instructor. They had a prayer. You gotta have the sergeant at arms at the doors when the team is praying and stuff like that, old school. And I'm proud to say I was the only one that really made it to the black belt level. And they trained 4 times a week. Yeah, they had 4 and I rarely missed any. Yeah, so.
And what was this? Was
Kempo,
this
Chinese Kempo. Shoe fighting, yeah. But the shoe fighting part is his uncle who learned from Carl Gotch.
Oh.
Yeah, and Masanori Saranaka. Yeah. Saranaka. He learned directly under Kyle Gotch, and he brought the grappling part to the team. It's just all submissions. He used to wait outside, smoke his cigar, doing his sumo squats, wait for us Kempo, all that, all that striking done. He would walk in his kid. None of this kicking, punching come. And he just show you all crazy submissions. And that's where me and Kyle, that's where I met Kyle. Takao,
yep.
Zapatero. And we became really good friends, and we grew up through the ranks together. And I made it to black. I was the first black belt there. Kyle made it to brown, and then he just fell in love with the jiu-jitsu part because he was training with Neo and stuff like that. And he left. Then, ended up having to train with Kyle all the time on a regular basis, just grappling. And then he would get better and harder to submit. And then next week, he get position on me and say, wait, I got to jump on this jiu-jitsu shot. And that's when I fell with Sharuto, my first instructor. So that's how that became, yeah.
So when you're going through the beginning parts where they're doing Emmett's upset about all this training talk. When you're doing like the growing punches and the eye gouging and all that stuff like that, like what's going through your mind? Was it like, oh, this is awesome? Or is this like, why am I doing this?
Nah, that's normal everyday training. I mean, just over and over, just, eye, growing his eyes, cover back and look around, be safe. And it was just how we was taught. Yeah. I was the highest ranking, so the instructor would always use me as demonstration.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So you get cracks, But then you learn how to get cracks. And you get good at it. So kind of like, hey, it's okay. I get hit in the face. It's not a big deal.
So what was it about it that you were drawn to that made you want to continue and just keep pushing and going through this? Because it's not every person can say, listen to this and go, oh yeah, that makes sense that you would show up the next day 4 days a week.
Yeah, well, you gotta have it. You gotta just have that martial mind. You know what I mean? And then what actually led me to compete after I met Haru was, after all this training, okay, I learned the Kempo, and my instructor at that time said, okay, after you get your black belt, then you can leave and you can broaden your horizon. So I went to the boxing gym, I learned the boxing, and I met Johan, and he taught me the Muay Thai. And then I always wanted an instructor that could really hold really good pads, and that's why I came across Haru. And like I said, going back to how all this training and everything, what really works? I know what can work on the street, but what will work in the ring, which I can just cross over, And that's when I decided, okay, let's see what works. And then after you do that, to me, because you learn what can work in the ring, you can bring that outside and what can work on the street at the same time. You know what I mean? And as far as coaching now, credentials, right? Oh, in this fight, this is what happened. This guy caught me in this, and I did this, and this is that. So you actually get the experience of, in a true fight, this is what happened.
Yeah.
So as you teach it, how can you not believe it, right? So I think that's, as far as credibility part, it really helps with your coaching. You know what I mean?
Knowing that, how do you feel about there's coaches out there that never competed or at the level?
That's the thing.
How do you feel about?
But then you got to think about, look at who's one of the best basketball coaches. That guy can't even shoot a free throw, but he can coach the hell out of you. Look at Greg Jackson, who has one professional fight, but a loss. Yeah. But look how good he is as a coach. So all depending on the person, really. You know what I mean? Because you can be just the best fighter, but you'd be a lousy coach because your heart's not in it, right?
Yeah.
Or you have a little bit harder time to teach, right? And you have those guys that really want to share the knowledge, you know what I mean? But physically and coordination is not 100%, right? So, yeah, so you have that borderline.
What do you enjoy more, competing or coaching?
Well, I used to enjoy competing, but as you get older, any nicks, any owies, it's not fun now. before when when you're young, you bounce back like 2 shakes.
Yep.
Now I get a spin through. I go, you're crying already. It's like any little look. That's, you know what I mean? So, yeah, when you just get older, you don't want to get hurt.
But, I mean, if you could go back, like, so, if you can choose one or the other, throughout your life.
Of course, competing. Yeah, of course, competing.
Got more joy out of that,
you grow to love it, because, honestly, I even tell my students this before they even fight, that can be the best 10 to 15 minutes of your life, and that's the most alive you're going to ever feel. Okay, so that's like, because you have all your emotions. You're scared, you're excited, you know what I mean? Just all the emotions all in one time. And it's something you cannot take away, to me, yeah.
So, how you're saying when you're coaching your students and you can recall, like, what happened in this fight. So, do you remember a lot of your fights?
Yes and no. So all the good parts you remember, right?
Yeah.
And the bad parts you remember, but the in-between is not too much. And a lot of times you got to go back and review it.
Yeah.
And then when you watch other fights, you can see, for guys that don't compete, when they watch fights, it's very different for guys who do know how to fight, right?
Yeah.
So that's the eye. That's the difference between the normal Joe and a guy that competed. Because, same as reffing, same as judging. I would rather have somebody who competed before than nobody that competed before.
As far as refereeing?
As far as reffing and judging.
Yeah.
Because they can see things that, and if you have for instance, you have a strictly just grappler guy that knows nothing about striking as a judge, he's going to favor the grappling a little bit more.
Yeah.
Which is not fair, right? Right, and then you have, vice versa, you have your a striker that does zero grappling, and he's going to just count all the strikes and never mind him. He's in his guard, but he's defending himself. So,
yeah.
Right, he got taken down 5 times, but that don't count. He didn't get hurt. You know what I mean? So, to me, all that, it does make a difference, but it still depends on the individual of how they see it and what's their knowledge.
Do you still remember your first fight?
Yeah, I do.
What's the story behind that? How did that come about?
I don't know. We just ended up, Haru put me in, and, at that time, Super Brawl was about promoting GU, right? I mean, at that time.
Grappling. That's Egan's school.
Yeah, Egan's and all his fighters and everything, and I was just a scapegoat for that. I fought many of his fighters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fought many of his fighters. That was one of the top schools that, you went against at that time, too. And Haru school was just up-and-comers. So, yeah, and then I remember...
when Haru approached you for the opportunity to fight, did you feel like you're ready, or...?
No, of course not. But then, I mean, it's like I said, it's just go, right? I mean...
Were you excited about it?
I knew nothing about anything in the ring.
Yeah.
Zero.
So how did you prepare for that? Just do it. Go and try.
And then, back then, you didn't have the best training partners. Back then, you didn't have the best supplements. You didn't have the best equipment, the best gyms, best instructors, and best training partners.
Yeah.
So you just get thrown in, get thrown in. That's how I learned.
I always look back at those days as more about, it was more mental toughness.
Yeah. It's kind
versus nowadays it's more like scientific and there's so much skill involved. But back then, if you were tougher, you still had the advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more heart and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Yes. I don't know. I just got thrown in and, and then I just got lined up, kept on getting lined up. So I said, okay. And then just go. And
do you remember who you fought for your first fight?
I fought Abe Rodriguez.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, my first fight. And I remember, I think TJ was saying, okay, you guys going to meet at 155 or something. And then I remember eating breakfast that day and everything. And 150, I think he said. Yeah, and I was 1 pound over because he said 155. But I cut weight the wrong way. I just didn't know, you know what I mean? I went to the beach, put on a long Seth gave me a long sleeve curly shirt, and I ran on the beach.
Oh my God.
Which is the wrong thing to do because my calf was shot the next night. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You just learn how to prepare for the next fight better.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of help my guys. You know what I mean? As far as dieting, frame of mind, kind of like, I always, before they spar, sometimes I always get into their minds. Okay, this is the time. You're nice and warm already. They're going to call your name. They're going to play your music. You're walking out. You go up to the guy in the front and they'll Vaseline you, or maybe he might not be there to Vaseline you. I'll Vaseline you. You're going to turn around, you're going to look at the team, you're going to shake their hands, and you give them a hug, right? And then I'll be with the last one. I'll give you a nice slap on your face to wake you up. That's our tradition. And you go in the cage, you do a spin around, and then the cage shuts, just you and your opponent. Referees, it's going to be fast. You're going to say, judge, fight. And you're fighting already.
Yeah.
So I always try to get that into their minds. So, I mean, mentally they're prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, so that helps because I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a little twist to it sometimes too where Ricky's last fight, they called him up. Like, hey, you're next. Okay, so he's in the backstage, ready to go. And the fight in front, he did an illegal elbow. So, okay, they caught it, and then they broke it up, and then did another illegal elbow, and then it's like, it went on, I mean, just held him back for another, 10 minutes. So, you're ready to go, and then your heart rate goes down, and he's like, The same thing happened to Sage, where they told us, they're going to have intermission after his fight.
Mm.
So he's good and ready.
Yep.
Ready, his name get called out, jumping around, okay, ready. And they say, okay, intermission. And you're like, oh my God. So, you know what I mean? So mentally,
Yep.
you got to prepare for all that kind of stuff. You know, how that plays with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so getting to their minds is very important to me. Because back then, when I was fighting, nobody got into my mind. I just, you just do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I always try to tell my guys fighting is 90% mental and the rest is just physical. I mean, the mental part is the hard part, really, because you got to deal with all your friends from work telling you, giving you advice, and you got to deal with family and everybody calling you, and everybody like tickets or everybody like shirts, and you got to deal with all that BS and you cutting weight now.
Yep.
You're going to bed hungry. You're waking up hungry. You're going to work hungry. And then for a lot of my guys, they work restaurant, and you got to see all that food, and then everybody, teasing you. Oh, look at that! And you got to deal with a lot of BS. And as a fighter, they go through a lot of stuff where the normal people don't see. They just see you walk down the runway and fight, and that's it. They don't see you struggling with that. You got to deal with the other half that you support me, and sometimes they're not the best because they don't understand, right? So same with dealing with your guys that don't know anything about fighting, and then they're gonna try to give you advice. Oh, go do this, go do that. You get them. You know what I mean? And kind of like, right? So you got to deal with so much. That's what I meant by emotions. And then all your family, friends coming to watch you fight. You going down that runway, half naked, right? All eyes on you, right? No music like at the gym going on. It's just quiet, and you might have your hecklers here and there, right? And you got to tune that out. You just got to hear your corner, and there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't really see what goes on. Yeah.
Everybody responds differently when they get into the cage or the ring.
It's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
How is it for you? Like, a lot of people describe it something like there's thousands of people around, but they could never hear it. It's just their focus. It's like silence.
You normally get tuned in, but
is that how you were? Or?
Yeah, but you're still going to hear. Yeah, you're going to still hear it.
Do you remember any of the weirdest or most unsettling thing you heard that kind of got you off your game a little bit said to you?
No, but what was funny though was when I was fighting Abe. I remember he took me down, and I was more by their corner, and I could hear Egan punch him with your right, and I just do block, punch him with your left. It's like, kind of like, it actually helped me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that's why I actually learned from that experience to have a code with my fighters. We have our own language. And, you know, like how our system with HMC, we have your numbers 110, 1, 2, 3, 10, and all the stuff. I kind of like, you know, hide that with different verbal language, like my LL Cool J and LL Cool J, and everybody, my team will know.
Yeah.
Automatic. You know what I mean? And I name moves after who I learned it from. So I don't do the Niza, do the Sharuto, you know, do the Kaio, you know what I mean? Right? So they know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I give credit to where credit is due at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't take and say, I designed this. Oh, okay. No, I always give credit where credit is due, because that's a big thing for me.
Yeah. You know, you said one of your rituals is you slap your fighter in the face to wake him up. You ever hit him too hard and kind of get...
No, not really. Not really.
Because, the only reason why I ask is because when I used to train with China...
No, because I used to tell them, bite down first, okay. So they know. Okay, bite down. They know already it's coming. So I just whack them. And actually that tradition started with, you know, remember Deshaun?
Yeah, 3D.
Yeah, 3D Johnson. He used to be so laxed and just joking around and everything and just Mr. Cool, right?
Right.
And I remember, like, before he went in the ring, he's just joking around, and he got serious on him. He said, you know, wake up, man, you're gonna fight right now. And he was joking. Set just slapped him, just and he got kind of mad. Deshaun got kind of mad, and it actually helped him in his fight, because he was like, ooh. And after you get hit already, you beyond that stage of getting hit in the cage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you get to feel out, you get to feel out, and after you hit one good on, ooh, okay. Sorry. But Seth when hit him before that, so he had that mentality. There's okay, it's on.
Awareness,
it's on.
Adrenaline's
you know what I mean?
Going. Yeah.
So that's why I do it myself. Yeah. So like I said, you learn from the past and just being around the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any other kind of like people have like lucky rituals and stuff before the fights and stuff? Did you ever have something where, like, I think you told me one thing, like you always had to have a certain meal before the fight. Like I think you'd have to get tochaos for before, something like that, right?
It could be, but tochaos is just always an automatic craving for everyone, right? So, nah, I don't think so. You know,
you didn't have like a certain set of gloves or
no. But one of my pet peeves was when my purse money, I was always buy me something so I can remember the fight. They'll buy me something. Just purchase something big or something small. Something you remember, or you look at it. So okay, that's from when I competed, in my purse. You know.
So you still keep all of those things that you've bought?
Yeah, most. Yeah, I'm a collector. So
yeah.
Hope I don't become a hoarder when I get old, but then I'm a collector. Yeah.
What is the most like significant thing or most meaningful thing, I guess, that you bought from one of your fight purses?
Shoot, I think it was my entertainment center.
Oh wow!
Yeah, got an entertainment center and everything. So it's right there. I'm watching it. I have it in front of me every day. Yeah, it's breaking down. So I got to get a new one. And my students, I mean, you got to understand. Like my students, they're so appreciative. They got me the ghetto blaster.
Yeah, so Jamie doesn't know what that is. Tell her what that is. I saw the video of it.
Big radio, and you know, it's huge. You carry it around, and back then it was called a ghetto blaster, and you know.
But he's talking about now, like they just got from. And what it is,
I'll show it to you later.
It's a new version where he doesn't actually play it.
You can Bluetooth, and you can play radio. There's a mic that comes with it. You can plug in your guitars and everything in it. It's like an amp too at the same time. So
and it's got like LED lights.
Yeah, and as it goes louder, the lights will go higher. And then.
But it's like what, 4 feet tall?
It's huge and it's heavy. They say it's 28 pounds. I weighed it as 38 pounds. It's like, oh my God. To log it around, it's a pain in the, but it's fun. It's fun. I have it at home and my wife hates it. She said, quiet, silence, quiet.
But she knows you can't get rid of it.
You all can't, And then they also, like I said earlier, they got me the Yeti, which, you know, like, it's going to be forever, like, one of my cherished items, right?
So do you just use the Yeti, the cooler, just to keep beer in your car at all times? Is that
All
what it's
times.
for?
All times. Right now, if you go into my car right now, it's completely full. This is our first beer that I took out of it. Yeah. And then I have one at home, one specific cooler, fridge at home for my beer. We have one underneath for our sports drinks and wine and, water. And we have our normal fridge. Yeah.
So one thing the one thing I was telling Jamie about you to describe you wasn't necessarily about your fight accolades or anything. It's all about your love for beer.
Yeah.
And I told
just Bud Light. Yeah.
I told her the story that you guys shared with me when you guys would go on like fight trips to outer islands, and like you were rooming with a bunch of other guys from the gym, like Kevin Yoshida and all of them. And Kevin was telling a story of, like, he woke up early in the morning, and he's like,
snuck up on
you're
him.
the only one, like he's the only one that was awake, and nobody was awake, but he really wanted a beer, but he didn't want to wake anyone up. So when you open the beer, it makes that tss. So he like made special attention to try to make sure not to make any noise. But as soon as he clicked the tab,
Kevin,
and then all of a sudden we hear China sit up and go, "Oh, I'll have one." And he's like, "It's 7 a.m." And I was like, that pretty much sums up my way of describing who China is.
So I try not to drink beer in the morning anymore. But
try.
So how I do it is all my beer bottles that I drink, I fill it up with water. I rinse it out good, and I fill it with water, and I put it back into my water fridge. So in the mornings, I grab a Bud Light. It feels, like so comfortable in my hand already, right? Nice and cold.
Yeah.
But I end up drinking water in place. Serious. Even my wife drinks out of the bottles now. At home. Yeah. So like a placebo effect, right? So I do it on a daily basis now.
See, and you've heard of Heineken's. Well, Dave has his own. He has Chinaken's. That's how deep this goes.
Yeah. Bud Light's one of my favorite beers.
Well, I know Bud Light's your favorite, but I'm going to take this opportunity because we got a brand new sponsor of the show. It's Lucky's Crib Brewery, and the reason why I have them here is because I know you love beer, and I don't drink beer, so I needed to get a true beer connoisseur to tell me how good it is. So these guys, my friend Aaron, he has there's 6 of them, and they brew this out of their garage. But they're one of the more well-known like home breweries, in fact. So this one, they do it out of their home in Hawaii. But this one they said is a mango hefeweizen made with puree mango. So I don't know. I've never tried it before, so I'm gonna have you try it and tell me what you think. And if you don't like it, just say, "Oh, right on, thanks." Because they're sponsors, so we don't want to.
No, but do they have it any distributors, or it's just out of the home?
Yeah, it's out of the home, but I guess like through word of mouth, like a lot of people. Here, I'll have. Jamie loves beer, so
cheers.
But yeah, people just find them through like word of mouth or through their Facebook or Instagram, and like what they do is they make small batches and stuff. So they always make some like unique flavors and things.
I like it. It's more on a lighter scale. That's why I like my Bud Light, like pilsners and. But for Hefeweizen, this is really light.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I thought it would be fruitier, but it's not, so that's good.
Like the tang would hit you, right? Because it's a mango. But I like it.
Oh, well, thanks to Aaron and Lucky's Crib Brewery. You can go
it's smooth. It's very smooth.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Well, the rest is for you then.
Oh, okay.
So now I get
And then what is it called again? Lucky's Crib.
Yeah, Lucky's Crib Brewery. The funny thing is, the reason why it's called that is because his dog's name is Lucky.
Okay.
And so they're like, I don't know if it's maybe that they brew it out of his house, the dog's house. But maybe that's why it tastes so good.
That's awesome, man. Thank you very much.
But yeah, so they've been doing it for like 3 years now. And so they've even were on like I think it was a TV show or something where they got all like the nation's like top home brewing companies, and they were on there too. So yeah, it's really cool that they are a fan of the show and willing to sponsor us for this. So I said, I got the perfect guest for this. So we kept
a lot of my guys, they all drink too. So yeah, so I want to turn it on to this. They love it. Yeah.
So going back to your fight career, so you were kind of, the cool part about it is that your career was during kind of the heyday of Hawaiʻi MMA. Because like, while MMA nationwide now is huge, but in Hawaii,
we had a real tight community.
Yeah, then, it was like selling out.
Everybody knew each other.
Yeah. So what was that like?
I wish it could go back to that, but we were trying to turn it around. But
so what do you? So I have my theories as to why it's the where it's at now, where it's not nearly as popular as it was before. But what is your opinion as to why it's not at the level it was when you were fighting?
It's just they're just, everybody's just spoiled with pay-per-view and just watching it at home instead of actually going down to the Blaisdell, park the car and have the armies dress up, put your nice clothes on, everything. Like, it was a party back then. It's like, you know what I mean? And you used to have always had fights in the stands, right? So kind of like, you know what to expect. And so now it's just more, just our supporters. So, basically the fighters they also need to build a fan base.
Yeah.
Look what Connor's doing. You know what I mean? Look at his fans, because his personality.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
He sells himself.
Yes, but either you like him or you don't. Right?
But you have an opinion about
a lot of people. It's like Muhammad Ali back in the days where he was so brash, right? Half the people went there because they were fans. Half the people wanted to see him get knocked out.
Yeah.
But they're all paying for those seats. You know what I mean? So the other things, I think a lot of the local fighters, they got to make a fan base.
Which is hard because local people, just in general, are very humble, reserved.
Right. That's hard to do. And back then when I was fighting, I remember I wouldn't be able to do something like this. I remember TJ, after I won my belt and everything, he said he was going to come to my house, do an interview, and he says, I denied it. I said, well, you can come elsewhere. I know you can. It's a shame. I know you talk. And you got to kind of, this day and era, you got to know how to sell yourself and be marketable at the same time. You know what I mean? Whether a good guy or a bad guy, it doesn't really matter. Just be yourself, but be out there.
Do you try to teach that to your fighters now, or?
Yes and no. I mean, a lot of those guys, like especially selling the tickets.
Yeah.
A lot of them go, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. Like, buy tickets. I'm gonna fight. Kind of, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for them to do that. A lot of people don't even want to know. Let anybody else know I'm fighting. And that's how I was too. I just want my teammates there. That's all I needed. You know what I mean? And my coach, and that's it. You know what I mean? And whoever came was whoever came. You know what I mean? But now I think that you just gotta get more of your coworkers, your family, friends, and everything, and it's just gonna be a word of mouth after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, even with social media too.
And social media, of course, yes. Well, I'm not the best of that, but then
But yeah, I mean that's
definitely that's this day and era, social media for sure. For sure.
Do you think that if you were born a decade later, and if this era now of fighting, you're in your prime, do you think you would do well, or would you not enjoy it as much because there's all these elements that isn't part of your personality, like the creating the character and the social media?
Yeah, I mean, it would be really hard, but then because I'm the age I am now, I can see it. And I wish I had this mind going back to when I was competing, like everything else.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know I have this knowledge now instead of going in there and you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was just a blur, kind of like, okay, mainland, okay, go Japan, and then you don't know what to expect, right? That kind of stuff. But now I know when I travel with my guys, okay, Kelly fighting the main event, or Ricky fighting the main event, something, right? We go to the event. They're not going to fight because it starts from 5 o'clock. They want us check in at 4. They're not going to fight till 10, 11 o'clock at night. So for them to sit, go in the cage and, okay, I feel good. Sit on your ass for 5 hours before you fight, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So what we did the last time with Ricky was we just got a little bit smarter, and we went to the events, checked in and everything, got the doctor's clearance. You know what I mean? And we went back to our condo, hung out there. He took a nap and everything, and then And then kind of text guys that was already there, kind of, what's the next fight and the lineup, how it's going. You know what I mean? And so take his hands, everything. We got there perfect. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You just learn how to play the game a little bit better. And if I knew that back then, what I know now, of course things would be very, very different. How to use a cage, you know what I mean? How to use a cage as a friend. You know what I mean? Because your wall is your friend or your enemy.
Yeah.
So you gotta learn how to use it. You know what I mean? And if you haven't tried putting your fingers or your toes or elbows or anything against the cage is actually very, very, very hard. Yes, very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So at that, you know what I mean, with that being known, I mean, how to push off the cage correctly. If I knew all that back then, right, then I'd be a different fighter, of course.
So you fought both in a ring and cage. Which one did you...
I never actually fought cage.
Oh, for real?
Never fought cage.
I didn't know that.
Never fought cage, yeah, because that's how old school I was, where, you know, when cage, the first cage event was actually Rumble on the Rock.
Yeah.
That went ongoing. There was one that was a smaller show, the one that Deshaun fought in. But Rumble on the Rock was the main one with the cage, and that's when...
And you never fought for them?
No, I was judged the whole time already by then. I was judged the whole time. I was retired, yeah. Yeah, that's when Sharuto guys was fighting.
See, I thought they started... I mean, I know they started a little later, but I thought there's a little overlap.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah.
That's when I was retired already. I was judging, and that's when Sharuto and BJ is fighting.
What was your last match? Was that the championship fight?
No. I think we rematched.
And that was for... Was it Icon by then? Or
it was Icon.
Okay.
It was Icon.
So that was for the 155-pound belt?
145.
145-pound belt.
Yeah.
And you fought... Who is that?
Oh, it was Jim Kikuchi. Yeah.
Oh, well, so I thought the first match you fought him...
No, that was for the title.
Yeah,
You're
right.
That was for the title.
So the first time
the one I fought him was Shuto. I fought him as Shuto, and then we rematched after.
So that fight is significant because the first time he fought him, Dave did a roundhouse kick with his shin straight across Jim's face as Jim was trying to shoot for a takedown, I think.
Yeah.
And it was like the most gnarliest picture we ever seen.
Because the Greg Honda, I think, took it.
Yeah.
He snapped it perfect.
And you just see Jim's neck bent back and his face back with the shin across his forehead.
Remember you made the shirt, the Pone shirt?
Yeah, so we got a hold of this picture, and this is when we had Fighters Corner. And I asked Dave, can I use this picture to make a T-shirt design out of it? And
I still have it. I just gave it to one of my students because it's a little bit too tight.
That's a collector's item right there.
It was. It is. Yes.
And of course, Dave's he's so humble. He's like really uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to disrespect Jim, like, because that's a
so we took off his name on his pants.
We made sure so it's just some generic dude.
Yeah, and he kind of like hid his hair.
Yeah, we tried to change up his features so you couldn't tell it was him. And took off, so I think...
That was very cool.
I think he had some, tattoos, and he just blurred them out. But, yeah, so this was back when, internet lingo was popular and pwned, P-W-N-E-D, the gamers.
You don't use that now, yeah?
Nope, not anymore. But back then, we used that to make a shirt design out of it. So Dave has the distinction of the best-selling T-shirt in Fighters Corner history.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because our friend Vince Krause, he had
the
race gear,
yeah.
and he would make custom fight shirts for different fighters. And Chinaman's shirt was the highest-selling shirt for 3 months straight. But the funny part is that Dave probably bought half of them because he would buy them and give them to his friends and family. Dave is super generous. But still, be that as it may, is the most sold shirt.
Yeah, all that Ray stuff is incredible because he. I remember him telling me, "Hey, you gotta make sure you tell everybody. You were the very first sponsor. The next person after you was BJ." And I was like, "Oh, I took it too hard to say. Wow, that's pretty awesome."
Oh, so you're the first sponsor?
I was the very first sponsor.
I didn't know that
for Vince, and then Sharuto, and then. Chris West, of course, and Deshaun, and it just went on from there, right?
Yeah.
Kyle Sapatin, right?
Neil Andres.
Yeah, so
a whole bunch.
So
of guys.
all the shirts, I still have it all.
Oh yeah,
tucked away and all nice.
Man, your house must be just like a museum of stuff. Yeah,
yes, it's got clutter.
My wife love this.
No, my wife has a whole house. I have a little corner, and all my stuff is in this corner, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So my closet is right in the corner, like all my training gear, all my shirts, and crazy. My collectibles is in the closet, but it's out of her way at least. Yeah.
So you actually met your wife after you're done fighting, yeah? So
yes.
Did she ever see you fight before she met you, kind of thing?
Nah, she's not into it. She cares. Yeah, she doesn't.
Interesting.
It doesn't. Yeah, but it's the best thing about her is with my competing part or my training part.
Yeah.
Is she not once complaining about me? Oh, you're training too much. Oh, okay. The only thing she says is like, I don't want you guys getting hurt. You guys gotta stop. Just started yesterday because I showed her this. I showed her my bruised rib, and she, I hate it when you guys hurt each other. You guys keep on hurting each other. You guys gotta stop that stuff. Like, can't. just normal daily basis thing, right?
That's normal for you. Because I was gonna tell Jamie when I used to train, Dave was always the one that hit the hardest during sparring. Like, we'd always be like, "Oh no, gotta train with Dave." Okay, we gotta put extra padding on it.
No, the thing is, see, when you jump in a cage or the ring, as a training partner, if you're too nice to somebody, especially when they're training for a fight, if they're too nice or too easy on them, when time comes, this guy's going 100% on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes it's just good to go a little bit harder. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's good to go a little bit lighter. So you gotta kind of pick and choose. You know what I mean? And just how I was taught. You know what I mean? And now, I can't go hard anymore. But those guys go hard on me. It's like, oh man, I just take it and it's gonna, just time it and just tie them up. Because use your old man, just lean on them. Okay. You know what I mean? Right?
But the crazy thing is you look like you're in just as good a shape now as you did when you were in your championship fight. It's crazy. Oh, the Bud Light is the secret. Like, look at it. He's got abs and everything.
Body by Bud Light.
Crazy. I think you're the exception to the rule. You inject the Bud Light into your veins.
Bud Light, yeah. So that's my secret. Yeah. But going back to my wife, like right now, like when day one, I explained to her, I'm gonna train every day. I'm gonna be bust up. I have all these fingerprints, scratches, black eyes, broken teeth. All right. So just be used to it.
Yeah.
And she never once complained.
Wow.
I mean, so that's important to me.
It is because a lot of fighters, like you hear the stories of like
it's so hard to be at home with someone that doesn't approve what you do.
Yeah, and a lot of them they can't do it anymore because
just to satisfy the other half, and and a lot of relationships. I even tell my students the same thing. You know what I mean? Because they complain of, you can't make me train. I always say I can't train. So they get to I tell them my story what I told my wife. Right?
Yeah.
Just lay it on the table and just say, you know what? Like I said, I'm going to be training every day. I'm going to have stinky clothes. You got to deal with all my stuff and my hours and stuff like that. You got to work around my training. It's just who I am. Yeah. And she always respected that, and that's so amazing. You know what I mean? So I tell my students the same thing, and one of my students, like Ricky, he got into a relationship, and she totally understands. Not once. I have some other students that can't fight because of that. Yeah, and it's a big issue because that's home. You know what I mean? That's the other half. That's your life. Yeah, you know what I mean. But it takes away from your goals, and a lot of times it takes away from your stress relief. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because training is like, you look at all the people that train. They're all happy guys.
That's true.
They're all happy because they got that frustration out on the bag. They got that frustration out on somebody else as far as the aggression. And, we're males. We need that outlet. You know what I mean? And the outlet is just so good to release all your testosterone and everything. And by the time you're done, it's like, I have a beer now. I'm so relaxed. You go to work, you're good. Even Ted would tell me, I can tell if you train or not when you come to work. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come to work, all relaxed and all happy. Right? And some days I miss training. You never train today? No, no bother me. You know what I mean? Right? So kind of, yeah.
That's true because everybody's they always will say like, oh, I'm so surprised, but these fighters are like the nicest people.
Yeah.
And I think
never know.
I think that is the secret. Because they are the least stressed.
Just have anything in life. You can just go to the gym and just work out, or you can go take a run, whatnot, right? But you need that outlet. Some people go out and drink as an outlet, and because they have all that build up in them, they end up, fighting or whatnot, right? Because they need to get that aggression out, right? So that's different. So I always tell everybody, go train, go do something. If you have stress. Do something positive. Go take a run, go swim. Go body surf, jump in the water. It's so refreshing and kind of, it's a huge thing in just stress relief in general, training.
What do you think about so when you first started training, not too many people were doing MMA or fighting, but now it's like. Everybody wants to be a fighter. Yeah. Everybody's a scrapper. What is your feeling on that? Some people will be like, that's awesome. We want to spread, the joy. And then others
are good. Like, it's really awesome that it's blown up to be so big. Yeah. But there's the guys that using it just to get good at fighting. Uh-huh. And they're scrappers. And I tell my guys, you're not fighters, you're athletes. Right? Anybody on the street can train, and they can fight for 2 minutes, and they're tired. You're going to fight for 10, 15 minutes. That's a whole different category, and you're going to fight at a different weight, and you got to cut weight, you got to deal with all the mental stuff. You're not just going to go, what bother you, and start throwing blows. It's not like that. You know when you're going to fight, you're going to train for it because you're an athlete, and you got to take care of your body, you got to do everything right at home, and you work around your schedule with work and your families, and then you gotta do this right, and you gotta be conditioned. Conditioning is a key. So any old Joe off the street, they're gonna last 3-minute round or something, but I see them go for a 10-minute round. Can't do it. Yeah. So that's the difference between what everybody thinks they know, because Hawaii, everybody knows something. Yeah. Everybody knows at least boxing in Hawaii. Islands, everybody knows boxing, for sure. So they have somebody that can train somebody that knows something, and and it's just, where you train? Remember Fighters Corner? I used to drink beer over there and just watch videos. That's right. Yeah. Right? And then everybody come in, they buy mouthpiece, and say, and then, Mark, I always ask, where you train? Yeah. Where you train? Yeah. Backyard. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Those guys that give the credibility of being an athlete and a true MMA fighter a bad name. Because, you see on the internet, guys just put on gloves and just fight club style. It's kind of like, no skills and just throw blows, and kind of, it's an egotistic thing. And, I frown upon that, but I can't stop that because, like you guys said, that's social media, right? Yeah. So, as far as that goes, I have no control over it. I don't like it, of course, for the guys who give MMA a bad name, especially guys that will go out and use MMA to beat up people and whatnot, right?
But it seems like there's a lot more people doing it, in the gyms and stuff. Yeah. There's a lot more people training legitimately, but not necessarily to compete. I don't know, they just do it just for hobby.
Yeah, because it's just blown up. Look at all the UFCs.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
All the UFCs on this island is building up. We train at UFCs on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. using a cage, because at HMC we don't have a cage.
Yeah.
So all my guys, we go over there and we just use a cage, and you just see the kickboxing class and the jiu-jitsu class and just people jumping rope, hitting bags over there. It's beautiful to watch because our sport has grown. Yeah, but then the same token is all the wannabes. That's what I'm talking about.
I struggle with it too, because on one hand I'm like super proud, because that's what we were fighting for when we first started. We were like trying to gain acceptance from the public. Like, this is a great sport, give us some respect. And then when it turned mainstream, we're like, oh, we made it. And then it's like, oh, now everybody's in on it. This was our thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, before it'd be like, oh, you train, awesome. Now it's, oh, you train too, huh? Yeah, everybody's training.
That's the thing. Everybody trains, but the thing is, do they really know, right?
Yeah.
Do they really know, like what it is to be a fighter? To, like I told you, walk down that strip, walk that walk.
Yeah.
Jump in a cage, door shuts, and this guy gonna take your head off. You know what I mean? That feeling, you know what I mean? That feeling is just only a fighter knows. Like they say that term, only a surfer knows the feeling.
Yeah.
Right? Getting barreled, just that feeling, that adrenaline rush, that feeling, right? Only a fighter knows that feeling. So it's the same thing. Your chicken skin.
Yeah. What type of fighter were you? Were you the kind that when you were going into the fight, that you were utterly confident, or were you the type that was very nervous and was driven by fear?
Nervous as shit. I was nervous, but then at the same time, like I said, I wasn't a competitive guy, period. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was just curious of all this training, years and years of training from my Kempo days, to doing learning the grappling, falling to jiu-jitsu, meeting Haru and doing the Muay Thai, and then putting everything together, and then walking that walk. And I was just curious, okay, all this training, what for? I want to put it to the test. And that's just what it was. I just wanted to test myself. So that's my mental game going into it. Mm-hmm. But if I knew what I know now, it'd be a whole different game.
What would it be now?
Now it'd be like, I would say I'm a lot more well-rounded now. Because when I was fighting back then, my wrestling was poor. I just had my guard, and I had my Muay Thai, my clinch, my tie-up was my Muay Thai clinch, and the rest was my striking.
Yeah. Right.
So that's what I had back then. So everything was kind of split up. I didn't have know how to get up. I didn't know how to, use the cage. I didn't know how to keep a guy down. You know what I mean? There's so many things that I didn't know back then. You know what I mean?
Did you ever go into a fight feeling like, there's almost that you were defeated before you walked into the ring?
Actually, yeah. Because I didn't want to fight him because my ex-wife at that time got me that fight, and he was one of my boxing coaches. My boxing coach was training him too while he was training me. Oh. So I felt like I cannot fight him.
Yeah,
yeah, and so it just happened to be like I don't like fighting, and it was one of my worst fights.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you think that, because it seems like nowadays it's way more common for like teammates to fight? Do you think nowadays you'd be like,
yeah, if it was like I said, with all the knowledge I know now,
yeah,
it'll be a whole different game. It's just I had a really good talk with Nisa the other day because one of my fighters was supposed to fight Rasta Boss's guy, and of course I told the matchmaker, we don't fight any Nova and Yao guys, this and that, and but Big Island. Like majority is all Nova and Yao guys, basically, because you get BJs, you get Shadow Tools, you get Kayas, and like all Nova and Yao guys. And so I had a good talk with Nisa, and Nisa said, you know what, you gotta make this sport grow. It's not about disrespecting and fighting each other. It's about getting the experience. It's about getting to compete. You know what I mean? Nisa said, he said, okay, picture this. I'm gonna put on my MMA gloves right now. You gonna put on MMA gloves right now. touch gloves. I know you're going to take my head off, but I'm going to try to take it on and submit you. Right after this, we're best friends and same to how we was before.
Yeah.
And it made total sense. It made total sense. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, it's true. You know what I mean? I'll try to take you off if I have to.
Yeah.
But after that, it's going to be like, we best friends again.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Back to where it was. And it's like, oh, wow. And actually, we actually get closer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You actually get closer. You know what I mean? So that opened up my eyes and kind of like, and that's just recently too. So it doesn't matter. I mean, who you fight is just to compete.
Do you think it's because back in the days, there's more on it?
Back in the days, we had more clicks, and everybody had just more respect for everything. And I remember even Chris West was telling me Niza was coaching guys after the Wolf guys.
Yeah.
And he told them, if I can teach you guys cannot fight HMC guys. And we never fought each other before. We never fought each other since. And just recently, we got matched against each other, and we fought each other and talked to the Wolf brothers, and we was like, oh yeah, they got to get experience. And it was fun. It was cool. You know what I mean? And that's something I learned where, you know what, just put that little bit aside and just compete.
Yeah.
And just to give your guys experience. That's what it's all about. And we're a whole new community that's gonna eventually one day you're gonna one of my students gonna end up falling out or going to the mainland and then going training someplace else, and they might even meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And how exciting is that? It's actually exciting to have. Even Haru back in the day, say he never cared about that.
Yeah.
About like if I fought Deshaun or something.
Yeah.
He would never care about that. He said that would be a good fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's back then I was like, wow, what? I can't do that.
Yeah.
But then it's just a fight. You know what I mean? It's just to compete. It's like, oh, we go race, right?
Race
for
with each other in the
slippers,
face.
right? Let's go race. And then kind of like, that's it, right? But so kind of like, it's kind of like, it's just to get the experience.
You think it's different too because back in the days it wasn't about experience or competition. There's more emotion involved with fighting. Like there's more about
more respect. Like I said, the community is so much smaller. Everybody knew each other. Now I gotta ask myself, hey, who are you trying out of? Okay, like they all know because they're all social media. They know everything. It's like I always gotta go to them and say, what do you think about this guy? Oh yeah, he's southpaw. Yeah, he likes you. He's just like a bang and he no wrestling, and they tell me all kinds of stuff. It's like, wow, like, I'm lost. Even UFC, I don't know who's who.
Yeah, I can't keep up.
I can't keep up. I don't know who's who. You know what I mean? So that's the day and era where he said how this sport has blown up. You know what I mean? And no, it's never gonna go back to how it was. You know what I mean? But you know, it hopefully in Hawaii, it'll turn its tides, and with the promotion nowadays, all the promoters are gearing to build up the local fighters to go to the bigger show. And that's the best thing about these promoters now that I see.
Based on what you're seeing now, do you feel pretty confident that it's going to grow and get better? Or do you think they have kind of a tall hill to
put it this way, it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse because it took a really bad spin because especially after TJ left the business, everybody's trying to take over, and you know, of course, Mark with Kingdom and not Kingdom,
Galaxy.
Galaxy, and you know, it was hard because you know,
I think people didn't realize just how much work goes into it.
And then the financial part, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got to think all the people. That's why the sport has gone down. Honestly, to me, it's all the people that want that piece of the pie. The state.
Yeah.
They're the hugest crooks. All the people that are strong arming for the front row seats. You know what I mean? All
the front row. It's so like what is that? Capone's not there anymore.
They're there.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't hear them. They're there.
Because when we used to go, there's always the same people in the front row.
Yeah.
And we could always
those
hear
are the fun hecklers.
Yeah.
At first, it's like, oh, these guys are nuts. because I used to be judged and I did just hear the yapping, but some of the stuff is pretty funny. They're super funny, and I know Capone and everything now and everything, so it's pretty cool that how they supported it. But you know, you gotta have that bunch. I mean, you're gonna have that bunch of guys anyway in any fights, right? So, but yeah.
What is do you remember your like favorite memory from as far as when you're fighting? Like, what is the one thing where you can go, that was my fondest memory?
Okay, this might sound strange to you, but at the time when I fought for my title, my greatest worry about was after the fight, instead of going out with everybody, was I went home to check up on my Jackson Chameleon. She gave birth. And yes, it's the strangest thing. She gave birth, and I was worried about them because the mom would actually eat the children.
Oh my gosh!
And there was still like ornaments on a Christmas tree that would be hanging on like this. Oh. And I used to have it in my house, and with the ultraviolet ray, the bulb facing them. And I said, "Oh, I gotta go home." I said, "What do you mean? We go to the bar and this and this and that." "Oh no, I gotta go check." I remember going checking up on them and everything. And then I remember Vince busting my balls on that. Yeah.
And were you happy because the babies are?
Yeah, they most didn't survive, but then the ones that did survive, I was just happy with them.
So where does this because you've been raising Jackson chameleons for a long time.
Yeah,
when did you start?
Well, I don't know.
Where did that come from? Where did that love for them come from?
When I was just a little kid, I used to catch praying mantis and chameleons and make them fight, and just normal stuff like that, and okay. I was going hiking a lot of times by myself.
Oh.
I mean, poly and stuff like that, and Tannis. I've been running up Tannis and stuff like that, and I said, "Okay, Jackson's over here." Okay, so let's go Jackson hunting a lot, and eventually, Wason.
Yeah.
Wason. He. I told him, I really want to Jackson. Really want a Jackson. I've been hunting, and never found one. You know what I mean? And then he actually had a spare key to my house at the time because we were so close.
Yeah.
And he was my go-to guy. And for my birthday, he surprised me with a Jackson in a plastic bag with holes in it. He put it on the table. And I came home. I was actually in tears. I was like, I was so happy. And it was a female, and she was bright green like this.
Yeah.
Bright green. It's so beautiful. It's like, I was so happy. It's like, and that's kind of, I start raising Jacksons.
Wow.
And her name was Sunshine. I don't forget it. Yeah. And then I bought another one. Her name was Cammy because she was always camouflage. And when I bought them, she was the one that was already pregnant. She was fat and everything. I didn't know. And I remember before I had to go to the fight, she was laying eggs. Kind of. I gotta get home after. And that's one of my weird fond memories. Yeah.
So it wasn't taking home the belt; it was getting home.
And then after that, then all that stuff settled in, and then it was fun. But
so that was your last fight. Did you know? Was that your intention to retire after that?
No, it wasn't. I was actually waiting for more opportunities.
Huh.
And at that time, nothing came about. So I had my guys at work, all Teru guys, saying, I made one females class. I had a females class. I was teaching a females class, and after that, they all started to fall out. And then all my guys at work said, "Hey, make one for us." So I said, "Okay, I'll make one for you guys, a kickboxing class." And then it actually turned into more MMA as guys wanted to compete. And that's where and then Jason Katara said, "Bro, you got to make some shirts. Team Chinaman," and that's how that coined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it coined. Yeah. So that's how the team came about. Basically, it was just a bunch of guys that all wanted to learn a little bit stuff and ended up competing. Yeah.
And where did you get your nickname from? Did you give it to yourself or somebody gave you the nickname Chinaman?
It was my Kempo instructor. He was commentating on body surfing. It was at Point Panics. He was videotaping, he was commentating. He said, "Look at that Chinaman." and that name kind of clicked. And I remember somebody told TJ Thompson that for us, David, the Chinaman, you know. So it kind of set in. And you know how Sharuto kind of helped that, evolve. And you know how other Brazilians, they give everybody a nickname. Everybody. So Kyle got Zapatero, Alan is Vicalino, and you get everybody get their own nicknames. I mean, what is Vince Pariba? Is like, I think this means the cartoon where you get the pan, ding, hit your face, and then knee flat. Yeah.
So Brazilians always give nicknames that are very descriptive, or it makes sense as far as how they look, but it's not like a very intimidating nickname. Like,
it's funny. Like Sharuto is cigar. Because his water polo instructor gave him because he looked like a stick floating like it's just like that, like a cigar. Yeah.
But to us, who doesn't know what it means, like, oh, Sharuto, that's very intimidating name.
So you have all your nicknames. I forget what his BJ is. BJ, they give BJ one crazy one, one Bushman or something like something crazy. It's like, you know what I mean. But Zapatero is because Kyle likes to attack the ankles a lot, leg locks. Yeah. Shoe man, they give him shoe man. He's a shoe man. He's a foot expert. Yeah. So nicknames is funny. So that nickname kind of stuck. Yeah. Yeah, and all the people in the community call me Chinaman. All the people that's close to me will call me China. Yeah. In that community. Outside they call me Dave, regular Dave. Yeah.
So when you didn't know you were going to retire and stuff, you're still looking for fights. Did you ever feel like one of your goals was to go like to the big organizations like UFC or Pride?
Yes. There was. I was kind of like waiting upon that, and it
was it ever close?
Happen, and I got drawn to more teaching. Yeah.
Were you ever close to?
No, nothing came about, and I was just waiting for something to happen, and nothing came about.
So you're more waiting for them to reach out to you. Do you ever look back and think like, oh, maybe I should have?
Like I said, if I knew what I knew now, of course I would have. Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. Right? And it's how I got to look for my guys. I got to go to this promoter. I got to text this guy back and forth. Kind of this promotion, that promotion. What date I fall in? If it's not going to interfere with the dates, and it's just a mess. Wow. But then learning, like I said, through the whole game. It's taught me so much, and it's so hard to walk away from because I want to wake up in the morning, drink my beers, and just be me. Yeah. I don't want to have to be there at 9, 10 o'clock getting cracks in the face, and right. So, but it's something I cannot walk away from. It's just my guys, especially my guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just my sons, that's my kids. You know what I mean? Like Ricky would always compare to me to I'm his dad. Yeah. You know what I mean? So kind of like it's really hard to walk away. I keep on telling them, it's like, I'm too old for this already. I just want to wake up that normal Joe, go train, put on a gi if I want to, go to the gym, hit bag if I want to. You know what I mean? Or if not, I was going to stay home, drink beer, suntan, win my Jackson and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right? Live a normal life, but then your responsibilities, wake up, get your water in, get your breakfast, put on your cup, put on your gear, travel to your destination, train the guys, and then after that, just then I can drink my beer and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And that's my life every day. Every day.
Do you have female fighters too, or just
no female fighters? No.
Is there a difference between training men and women that you've seen?
Yes.
What's the difference?
Females is actually a lot harder.
Why is that?
I don't know. They're a lot harder, but because they're actually more willing to learn.
Yeah. So wouldn't that make it easier to teach?
yes and no. But a lot of girls, they love the offensive part.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
You know, they don't like being hit.
Yeah.
So that's the part I cannot teach.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you, stay right there, let me give you a couple of cracks.
Yeah.
Right? Right? So it's hard even to teach guys that. Right?
Yeah.
To ride the punch and fire back and or slip the punch in. You know, some people are just born with it. A lot of people don't like to get hit, especially like a lot of grapplers. They don't like to get hit. You get hit one time, so, ooh, what you doing? Kind of,
yeah.
Right? Some guys, it just bounces off them and say, oh, some people love getting hit. Like, I was one of those guys that loved it, so I didn't care. It's like, boom, kind of, oh yeah, that's fun. Right? But then you gotta be kind of born with this God-given stuff where, you know, like a God-given speed.
Yeah.
Something that, you know, you cannot teach. Right? How you gonna teach somebody to get hit? It's hard. Yeah, so females is a little bit harder as far as like the defensive part. But,
it's funny because I didn't think about this when I asked the question, but when you started talking, it reminded me of this. It's a funny story to me now. I used to have some friends, female friends, who would take classes at HMC. They had a women's class, and I think one day Dave was like a guest coach, and so our friend Kelly, Xerox Kelly, she was taking the class, and I don't think you even know that you said this. But she was like so like caught off guard because you're teaching her something and you called her Toots. Hey,
I did.
Toots, come over here. Put your guard up. She's like, what?
I only hear that from like Three Stooges. So, what's up, Toots? It was like, you know what I mean? I just thought how you. I didn't know what that meant. What does it mean? What does it mean?
I don't know.
I just think it's an old-fashioned way to call a female, but.
Yeah, not the most like sister, right? Like
yeah, but it's
sister
not,
girl.
It's not as like respectable. Like I mean, it's not offensive,
right.
But it's not.
I didn't know. Okay.
It's like calling a girl a chick.
Oh yeah,
like, hey, look at that chick over there. It's like, hey, Toots.
Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I saw it on like Three Stooges. What's up,
So
Toots?
she was
like,
all caught off guard, and I just thought it was hilarious because I was like, I've never heard a human being that I know call someone Toots, and I didn't believe her until he said it again. She's like, just call me Toots.
I do not remember that.
And then he was,
I do not remember that.
I was like, oh,
I want to start using that. I'll start using that. Yeah, but I remember I stood in for that was Kevin's kickboxing class. Yeah, and but they hated it when I was there. They hated it. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I hope you had as much fun as I did.
I did. A lot of reminiscing.
Yeah. We used to go when I used to have Fighters Corner. A group of us, Dave, myself, Kevin, Chris, Mark. We used to always go once a week to To Chow's for pho, and although we don't go every week anymore, once a year we'll get together.
We try,
and I think
this guy tries. He's the main guy. He's a bond behind it, and he would try to text everybody and coordinate it to get us all there.
They say that, but like I'm actually the worst at it because there was one time where I got us together.
And he couldn't make it.
And it was my idea, and I told everyone, hey, HMC reunion, let's all meet down at the bar. And I get a text from Vince, and he's like, hey, douche, you're going to show up to this? And I was like, oh, I totally forgot about it. I was like an hour and a half late. And David like printed out pictures, like old pictures, and was handing us like, oh, remember when we took this group photo? So I was like, oh, I'm such a jerk. I didn't show up for my own party.
No, but then that was one of our go-to spots, and you know, I remember everybody gotta finish. Gotta finish. That's the deal. You gotta finish. You go on, you gotta finish them.
See, I took Jamie there for the first time, like about a month or two ago, and I was just trying to tell her all the stories, and I said like, I haven't been here since maybe several months, maybe a year ago, and even at that, it's just sporadically. And I was like, watch. The owners or the workers there, they're going to remember my name and remember my order exactly.
Yes.
Like, Nolan, medium, no tight.
Yeah.
Meat outside.
They're amazing. They're amazing. I still go there once in a while to take out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then they always ask me, China, where you baby? No, make baby again. I always put my balls on that. Yeah.
They ask you that too?
Yeah. Nolan, when you get married?
Yeah, they know I got married because Kevin told them. Since I was like, when you make baby? When you make baby? Yeah, and Jenny's so funny. Every time I call, I said, so I like an extra large, extra meat. Come in now. I said, 20 minutes, you come now. I never understood that. I was like,
20 minutes or
okay,
now?
20 minutes, you come now. Okay, so I said, okay.
Well, I think Chris is gonna show up next week.
Yeah.
For here.
Okay.
So we'll put him on blast because he actually posted on Facebook that he went to Total's without us.
Yes, no invite.
Yeah. So we're
on
a little salty
Facebook
about it.
So everybody chimed in on it and kind of put it dirty. But then everybody does it.
Yeah.
Kevin goes there a lot. But
yeah, and I took her.
But Total's is like, it's not as good as it used to be, I think.
It's still good.
Yeah.
But it's not like how before we were like addicted to this.
You used to have that line. They used to put something in it.
Yeah.
like heroin or something. I swear to God, because the line was, I mean, you have a fireplace right here. You have a fireplace right next door. And they were in the middle. That was the only one with that long ass line.
Yeah. Went around the block.
Yeah. It's weird because that's how good it was back then. Yeah.
And I still have that feeling. So when I walk by and there's no line, I still feel like, oh, no line, let's go run in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was so conditioned that you had to expect to wait at least half an hour to get in.
And that was just one of our pet peeves to go to Chow's after training.
Yeah.
You never came with us to dim sum.
No, I did not.
The dim sum was crazy because after training, of course, we have Charuto, who's Brazilian, Deshaun, who's Popolo. You get Neil, who's Filipino. You have Kyle, Japanese, and John Naole, he's Hawaiian, and had me.
The Chinaman.
And I had Samoan Jesse.
Okay.
That
is the United Nations right
good
there.
Fun, We used to all just sit on the table. They have no Chinese. They don't know how to drink tea. And they put the shoyu in a teacup, and it was so fun because I used to order in Chinese. Everybody look at me. What you ordering? What you ordering? I said, no worries. They mop everything and everything. It's like, we had a great time back then, and we just used to trip out on us. So that was fun. That was another fun one. Yeah. It's another fun one. I wish we could do that again.
Yeah. I mean, I always look back at that part of my life, and it's some of the best memories, and I always wish, let's try and relive it, but you can't. I mean, things have changed.
It's just everybody's schedule. That's what it is. I think as we get older, that's why time flies. Mm-hmm. As you get older, because you have a set routine. Not like when you're young, you're waiting for 5 o'clock come, okay? You know what I mean? Just twiddling your thumbs because you have nothing to do. But now it's like you have a set routine. And I noticed because you have a set routine, time catches up with you. It's like, oh, frick, it's already July, 14 already. It's like, it's like, it was just January. You know what I mean? So that's what I noticed. So might have to just change things around just to make things interesting. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to another reunion, and I'm really glad we got this time. Yeah.
It's way overdue, for sure, again. But the last time I seen you was actually at McGrin's when Cindy was doing his seminar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's the last time I seen you.
Gym.
I just want to do a shout out for McGrin's because he has a new gym. It's called CS Jiu-Jitsu, 2320 King Street, and I just want to give a shout out on that for this podcast.
Yeah,
because a lot of half of my fighters are from there too, so we kind of cross train.
Man, he blew up. I remember when he first started out.
Yeah,
3 people in his class, and now he's huge.
Yeah,
he's such a good coach.
It's a different of minds, and in this sport that he completely understands what I do, and I completely understand what he does, and we just have that crossover where my guys train over there, and his guys train with me, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, and
can't believe that was the last time I saw you, because that's gotta be
a long time ago.
At least a year.
And
and
just
a half.
it was random too, because you stepped out of the door and said, "Hey, what you doing over here?" It's like, he said, "Oh, my office is here." I said, "What? We have a seminar." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sydney was doing the seminar.
Yeah.
Remember?
Part of me is like, oh, I should jump in and learn a few things. Because right now, so with the ongoing joke was when people go, "Oh, you still train?" I would say, "Yeah, every 3 months."
Right.
And that's when I'd show up at Chris West's class, and then
Right.
I'd go, "Okay, I'll see you in 3 months."
Right. Christmas class where?
In Kaimuki.
Oh, Kaimuki. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's moved to every 6 months. I think now I've hit a year. So it's like, now every 12 months I go train.
Oh, so he's at the school, yeah?
Yeah.
Just grappling then?
Well, so I would go for the kickboxing, but now he's just strictly grappling, I think. And it's weird because when I first started, I started out because I was doing grappling. So I love jiu-jitsu. Never did stand-up. Then I came to HMC and I fell in love with stand-up. And now so that's what I'm like. I don't know why, but I don't like jiu-jitsu anymore. But I'm much better at jiu-jitsu than I am at stand-up. But I don't know why I think stand-up's more fun to me. So.
Yeah. Like I said, outlet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has the outlet, right? So, yeah, that's awesome that Chris is still... I didn't know he was still running that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he does. It's been a year since I've been there. So.
Holly talked to him. Holly, I didn't run into him at
Oh, really?
at the gym once in a while. And he used to call me, and then we used to bump into each other. But, yeah, me and him, we came to the ranks together, and he showed me a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good wrestling stuff. Man.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
Well, that just means that now we definitely have to have a Tocha's reunion.
For sure.
Because now that I know that you guys hardly see each other.
We hardly see each other. Like
do it.
He used to call me, but every time like I don't want to do gi, yeah. So he always calls me. Oh, go do some positions with some gi. I don't want to do gi. I rather do wrestling. Yeah. So tell him that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see him on Tuesday, and we'll set up a date, and we'll make this happen. And anybody listening, you're invited too. We'll tell you. We'll do an open invite. But you can't sit at our table, that's all.
No, but make sure you eat everything. Otherwise, you gotta do a cartwheel. Remember? You gotta do a cartwheel.
No one ever did a cartwheel because everybody finished. No
Everybody
problem.
was finishing. Yeah. Vince was the one that, one time he actually finished it and he actually did a cartwheel for fun.
Yeah, we got to get Vince in there too.
Yeah, get Vince here. Get Vince here. He'll be real interesting.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, thanks again for coming down. Really had a good time, a lot of fun.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good luck with all your fighters too.
Yes,
So,
I mean they did really well this past event, and really proud of those guys, man. It's so, like I said, it's just a family that for life.
yeah.
All right, our thanks again to Dave, Chinaman, Yeung for coming in and hanging out with us. And a big thank you again to our sponsor for this episode, Lucky's Crib Brewing Company, providing us with the beer. And, if anybody is qualified to give a critique on beer, it's nobody better than China. So when he says it's good, this is good stuff. So if you want to check them out, they are on Facebook. Just search Lucky's Crib Brewing Company, or also on Instagram as well. And tell them that Nolan sent you. I don't know if that'll do anything for you, but I don't know, it'd be nice for you to name drop me. But thank you so much for downloading this episode. And thank you for continuing to support this podcast. It's just blowing my mind how much this thing is growing. And every episode just keeps to get more and more downloads. And we've just been so blessed to have such a great following. So thank you for continuing to support the podcast. And we'll catch you on the next episode of Hanging Out with me, Nolan Hong.